What's up, everybody? This is Resident Daryl, and before we get started with the show, I just wanted to say a few things. First of all, thank you to all those who have supported us over the years and followed us and stayed with us even when we weren't putting out content, putting out shows. This show was a good night, a good time to get together with the guys and just talk about where we're at in life, catch up. It's a bit rambly at times. We go off on a few tangents and we don't really stick to our normal format. But I have good news that we'll be returning. So we will be getting back to the crazy shenanigans, the normal format of things, and all the ridiculous jokes. So I did want to say thank you to everyone who had stayed up with us. If you would like to write into the show, please use our Gmail account, the Loot Bros Podcast at gmail.com, or go to our Facebook group, the Loot Bros Podcast, and join in and just send the questions, send the comments, send the corrections, all of that. And we will definitely be adding that into the show more so in the future than ever before.
I feel the minutes count down on the clock again. Feel like I'm playing in a game that I can never win. Time is running out, I know I gotta make a choice. So many whispers in my ear that I can't hear my voice. Tell me, will it end the situation that I'm in? Or am I bound to sit alone, drowning in my sins?
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Loot Bros Podcast, version 3.0. Are you surprised? I know I am. I'm one of your hosts, Frosty, and alongside me is the man who has more stories than Charles Dickens, is Resident Daryl.
What's up, nerds and dorks?
Also in here with us, making his return, Mr. Personality himself, it's T-Bird.
Yeah?
And last but certainly not least, I am not completely certain we aren't listening to a pre-recorded audio right now. It is Josh, the Walking Idea.
Szechuan Palace?
I was hoping you'd say that.
God, that's a throwback, man.
Hey, man.
That's like a second episode or whatever.
Second and only
back,
episode. All right.
I didn't know how to spell it, but I was like, man, we got to have the return of the Szechuan Palace.
I don't know how to spell it either.
So I didn't do it.
No one knows. It's provocative.
Oh, sensual massage.
So welcome back, guys.
What's up, man?
Was I?
So this is a
Feels good to be back.
unexpected turn of events. Right?
I don't know. I kind of halfway expected it to happen eventually. I think that we flirted with it a while back. And then,
A few times.
Yeah. Just a tip.
Just the tip.
Actually, I think I messaged you and was like, hey, quit messing with the zero. Come back to the hero.
Ooh.
And then Josh messaged me and was like, hey, you think Daryl would want to bring the show back?
I was like, when are we going to do this thing, man? Like, come on.
I was like, I'll message him. And I messaged you, I think, the next day. So
that's awesome.
It's been quick. It's been
quick.
It's been a quickie.
I'm glad that it worked out that way because, the way things kind of fell apart in the end when we were doing it before, everyone was at different stages of life, some better than others.
God.
And it just seemed like, we were kind of holding on to it. We probably should have just been like, I don't know.
Called it what it was. And
the thing about it is this, and I was listening to this podcast the other day called Labeled, and Corey, the singer from Norma Jean, said something really profound, and it just really got me thinking. And he was like, I don't understand why bands ever break up. He's like, you don't have to break up to take a break or go on hiatus. If you need to disappear for a couple years, he's like, just do it. And then when you come back, he was like, whatever fan base you had or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They'll accept you back. Like, it's fine.
That's true.
And I thought about that, obviously, because we all have a musical background together. And then I was thinking, well, dang, same thing with the podcast. Like, we don't, there's no, government agency that says finger paint. You have to do this, you know what I'm saying? We were just like,
right.
And then as people were going through life changes, I feel like we weren't, myself mainly, we weren't being very understanding of it. We just made fun of each other for going through life. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I have a whole new perspective on a lot of things now. Just listening
me too.
To one person say something so simple and yet so in my opinion, very profound. So,
Yeah.
version 3.0 of the Loot Bros is a go, and you know what I'm saying?
We are back.
We're back, and if we have to leave, we'll come back again.
Back to the
Definition
Right.
of insanity.
Yes.
I like that. That was funny.
I told Tanner, I was sitting beside Tanner when I messaged you guys some of that stuff, and I was like, because I was reading the messages, and me and Tanner were talking about it, and he actually smiled about doing this.
Dude.
He has no proof.
And he
God,
goes,
that's
He
why
has
the
no
cold
proof
front
at all.
came in.
he's like, dude, I don't really know what I need. If I need to do something. And I was like, all right, I'm in. Like, I mean, and that's why I messaged you guys. I was like, you realize if we do this again, it is the definition of insanity. Continuing to try something and expecting different results.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
we all had a lot going on in our lives too. You know, we were talking about it a little bit before the show. You know, Josh had his own problems he was dealing with. I was dealing with a lot internally. You know, and
I
stuff that-
moved. Picked up, moved across town.
You moved really far away.
Dude, I'm telling you, the extent of my problems last year, like, just insane. I'll get into that once we start talking a little bit into the show. But I feel like this episode is going to basically be us just talking. I mean, about things in our life that's happened and kind of catching up, I think.
Yeah, because that's another thing too. We decided to record the podcast without actually catching up on where everybody's been. So,
Right.
as the people are listening into the show, you're going to be hearing for the first time, along with us, basically what's been going on in each other's lives.
Which is insane.
Someone had asked me not too long ago, like, what happened to the Loot Bros? I was like, well, it's kind of hard to be the Loot Bros if you're not exactly bros anymore. I was like, everybody
deep.
just kind of like was going and doing their own thing, and in their own, you know what I'm saying, like life had changed a bunch.
Right.
I was like, and we weren't, you know what I'm saying, we weren't getting along all that well at the end. And, you know, we weren't getting along in our own personal lives either, like not just with each other, but like with virtually anyone close to us.
That's so sad to think about, dude. Like,
Good
that was
evening,
a bad
welcome.
mindset.
Mhm.
Like, that was awful. I don't know. Maybe that's why I've missed it so much. Like, there's always been something, like I was telling you before the show, there's always been something that I've been like missing since we've stopped this, you know. And I always knew, just being able to come together and talk about the things that we like and about our life and just hang out and be the Loot Bros. I don't know. I just miss it. So I'm glad we're back and doing this thing. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully the fans enjoy it.
It's like a
I
while
agree.
back, people were on Facebook wanting like Ninja Loot to do a reunion show, and that was interesting to me because I was like, man, you know how long it's been since we've been on stage, man.
It's been like 6 years.
It's been a while,
It's
dude.
been longer than that, I think.
Well, you know, like that's, again, there's no reason why bands should ever break up.
Ninja Loot 3.0.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny.
Okay, you're not receiving that one near as good as you did the podcast.
No.
I mean,
He's like, yeah.
my thing
I don't
is
know what
like
to say.
I would do it in a heartbeat. It's just the money and the time and the 2 a night twice a week practices. Like that was, you think about the work we put in, man, and working full-time
Yeah.
jobs. Like it's not easy.
Yeah.
And it's funny to hear the dude from Norma Jean say that because like that's a very successful band. Like
Well, that was the cool thing about it is he was saying that coming off the heels of being in a band that broke up, and he went from touring overseas to literally doing nothing for, I want to say, a year or two.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's crazy because his story was in a nutshell, and then we need to do our toast. He was like, you know, I went from touring over and doing these European tours or whatever and signing to Solid State Records. He goes, and then our band just broke up, just kind of out of nowhere. Like no one was in a good spot. Everybody just kind of frustrated. He's like, screw this, we're done. And he's like, so then he went to just learning doing graphic design work and just, you know, raising 2 kids. And he's like, I wasn't doing anything. And then he was like, for a year of nothing. Then he auditioned for Living Sacrifice.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and then he's like his voice wasn't there. He said I just couldn't do it, couldn't get it out. And then, you know, fast forward a little bit down the road, Josh Scoggins left Norma Jean, and he got, you know, the opportunity to audition, and the rest is history. You know?
Audition in the band that he was in to begin with.
Well, no, because he was in Esoteric.
Oh, I thought you said. This is a different guy you're talking about.
Yeah. Like the dude. So the singer from Norma Jean was in the band Esoteric.
Okay.
Then he auditioned for Living Sacrifice, and it didn't work.
Oh.
And then he went back to doing nothing for a while, and then got the opportunity to audition for Ludacris, just become Norma Jean. And then the rest is history. Now that band is huge and doing very well.
Sure.
Their latest album is straight freaking fire. It is. I
haven't heard their latest album, man. I really hadn't listened to them in a while, like years.
The last album I heard was Wrongdoers. I actually went to the show and it came through in NBT. When Wrongdoers first came out, that album was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one's really good, man. All Hail. It's heavy. It is so heavy.
Oh snap! I got to hear that then.
So
I got to check that out.
You had me at the heavy.
Heavy.
Well, if there's nothing else, then let's go ahead and crack us off a toast.
Let's freaking toast, dude.
Toast to the Loot Bros.
I don't have anything.
3.0. You forgot the toast?
3.0.
It's not that I forgot. It's that. Yes, I forgot.
The more that things change, the more they stay the same.
Xbox is 18 years old today.
The downfall of gaming.
Hey, it's better than nothing, right?
I'm about to go.
Oh.
Sound like a hurricane hitting a trailer.
Oh yeah. So what you guys drinking? What'd you toast to? Or what are you toasting with?
I'm toasting to us. And I'm toasting with a ultra white gridlock. Just like
oh my god, you really are drinking gridlock.
He drinks Gridlock.
You wonder why your butthole hurts.
I don't think it has anything to do with my drinks, brother. Ooh.
I got a cotton candy bang.
I have a mango loco monster.
And you're worried about my butthole.
Where do you buy Gridlocks now? Like
Dollar
Tree?
Okay.
Dollar Tree?
Oh, that's Aldi's actually.
They changed the recipe
All
a
these
few
nuts.
months back. Whoa. Now they used to taste like the white ones used to taste just like White Monster, in my opinion. And they didn't have,
in your most humble opinion,
right? And they only had like 2 carbs. Right now they got like 7 or 8 carbs, and they taste a little more artificially sweet.
They up Danny.
So I went back to the Monsters, but it just so happened that I just had 6 Gridlock in the pantry. I'm like, well, here we go.
Like F it.
YOLO.
so
Nice.
delicious. You can wash that down with a good old healthy Taco Bell.
Dude.
Ain't gonna be nothing wrong with your rectum. So, Frosty, if you want to lead us off, man, what you been playing, what you been up to? I mean, we've got a lot of ground to cover.
Yes, we do.
Video games wise,
Hey man, pick your poison.
I've played maybe 2 games.
You do you.
Like
You had all this time to play games?
I'm useless.
I feel like we're on Castaway right now. And like we got a Wilson ball like coming out the woods and stuff.
Yeah,
Tanner.
yeah. I actually took a long hiatus from video games for a while there. I was just, I don't know, I wasn't really getting into anything new. I was just kind of enjoying life, hanging out with friends, hanging out with the family, doing stuff.
Bragger.
We start. My life is fabulous. We started doing game nights with friends, and we get together and do like board games and stuff, and then it branched out to like other tabletop games like Munchkin and Cards Against Humanity, stupid stuff like that. And I don't know, it became like a tool for us to kind of get together and take our mind off life, because a lot of the friends that were coming over and doing game nights with us was like going through like marital issues. Some of them were going through like just life issues in general. Like work.
That's
sucked.
our entire friend group.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But it just kind of became a way for us to create like a therapy group, really. And it even branched off to where it's like, hey, I got a friend who's going through a similar situation as me. You mind if I invite him over? Yeah, absolutely. And the group just kind of grew from there. Like we don't consistently meet with like 20 people every weekend or nothing, but like we have a Facebook group that we communicate in, and it's like, hey, we're doing game night on this date, who's down, and we'll all get together and have a game night. It's awesome. But yeah, so I took a long hiatus from video games to get into the awesome world that is Magic the Gathering. And when I say awesome, I mean Money Pit. It's great. It's probably one of the coolest things that I've ever gotten into. Because like I knew the game was like complex, but I never knew that it had like different formats, and there's like certain cards that are legal in one format but not in the other. And I didn't understand how well the cards worked together and how they worked. And so like me and shout out my buddy Corey Peak, we started hanging out, and like he was part of the game nights when we first started game nights, and we started out with Munchkin, and they were like, man, this reminds me of Magic a lot. We should try to learn Magic. So we jumped into Magic and learned, and like the rest was history. Like we started going out and buying boosters. We went to draft nights at the local game stores. We actually play a format that's like one of the most popular formats in the game now. It's called Commander, and instead of having a 60 card deck with like 4 copies of each card, you have 100 cards. One card is your commander, and then you have 99 cards that you build around that commander. Like I have a deck that like creates zombies, so I can create a bunch of zombies. I could sacrifice them to make other people have to sacrifice their creatures. Then I can like just create an army of zombies to attack you or do other stuff. Like it's in the most elementary way I can explain Magic to you in like 20 seconds on a podcast.
Magic for dummies.
That's how my commander deck works. But no, like, I mean, it's always one of those games that's very misunderstood when you first look at it, because it's like, man, what a freaking nerd, but we play video games. I mean, video games is pretty nerdy, let's be honest. And the nerdiest thing about Magic is how much money you have to pay to get to really invest in it. Because it's not like, hey, I'm about GTA 5 for $60 and I'm going to beat the campaign and I'm going to play hundreds and hundreds of hours on multiplayer. Like that's one thing. But with Magic, it's like, hey, I just spent $150 on 60 cards.
That's insane.
Sometimes not all at once. Sometimes it's like, I'll buy a little here, I'll buy a little there. Like, oh no, this card price is going up. I better buy a couple copies before it gets too expensive. But it's great. Like, the community is really cool, and it blows my mind how many people actually play the game. Like, doing research, you find that, like, there's actors that play. There's people in the NFL that play. Like, there's I've read stories about like sitcoms, when they were filming sitcoms in between sets. Like there was like I heard a story that I don't know if it's true, but Jerry Seinfeld and Jason Alexander on the set of Seinfeld, like on their breaks, they would hang out and play Magic. Like, I don't know if that's true, but I do know for a fact that Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I don't know if that rings a bell, dude that played in Inception.
Yep.
Played Third Art from the Sun. He told it. I watched a YouTube video where he was talking about like his glory days when he was a kid playing Magic, and he was actually real big into it. Played competitively, and he used to talk about how his friends he hung out with couldn't ever afford to buy cards, but he was, making money from Third Art from the Sun. So he'd go out and buy all his friends' cards, and then they'd go hang out and have game night and play cards. And he had brought his collection onto the video that he was on, and he had a bunch of like really rare, expensive cards. He's just like, yeah, I just had these in my attic. So I don't know, it's awesome. It's a really fun game. I highly recommend it to anyone. It's a learning curve, and it's very addicting. And it blows my mind how, like, even my wife, like it doesn't. My wife's into a lot of stuff,
But stuff.
Hey,
Ayo.
I've been outed, it seems. But
We've been compromised.
Mission failed.
But like she started playing with us, and then Corey's wife got into it. She started playing, and it's crazy how you sit down, you watch somebody play, and you just go, "I want to learn how to play that." It's a really neat game, and it's been around for 20 plus years. I think they just had like the 25th anniversary. I think.
Wow, that's
So,
crazy.
Yeah, it's been around for a while, and it's changed a lot, but it's great. Just be prepared to spend some money. But I love it. Other than that, I have been playing Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. From Software, Miyazaki game. It's like a samurai Dark Souls, but don't call it Neo because it's not Neo. It's good. I'm actually at the last boss. I got really irritated with him, and I put it down for a while. So I need to go ahead and just beat it.
That's what she said.
And then play the game.
And then finish the game.
He's
nostalgia.
back.
He's back.
Nostalgia.
I never left. So yeah, that, and I downloaded the BioShock trilogy because it was on sale.
Ooh.
I played about 10 minutes so far because I don't have much time to play video games. That needs to change. But yeah, I forgot how cool that game was. Oh my god.
Talking to you, Frost.
She getting it, bro.
Anyways, I played about 10 minutes of it, and I forgot how awesome that game was. Just revisiting Rapture and like the whole atmosphere and all. It was, man, that's a good game. And I'm excited to play the second one and third one too, because I never played those. As big of a fan as I was of the first game, never played this. So
I only ever played the third one.
Oh, really? He didn't play the first one?
I played the first BioShock, beat it on 360 and on PS3.
Yeah.
But I went back for seconds. I played the second one, and I remember you start off as like a big daddy, and you're kind of slow.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
I don't know. I just didn't feel it at the time, and that was back Xbox 360. I've never gone back and tried it again. I actually hear that it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I own BioShock
Infinite.
Yeah, I own it on PS3 physically and digitally, which I know I've said that on multiple shows before. Every time we bring this up, I just have never gone back and played it.
Right.
So, and it's on PS Now, and I've got that too.
Yeah, I remember playing the first one on 360. I enjoyed that one. I know what you're talking about the second one though. It kind of didn't catch your attention, I guess. Like for me, I was like bored off the bat. But you know how my mind is. I gotta have something like constantly moving or something.
All right, Josh, why don't you tell us what you've been up to?
Oh God. So a lot's been going on the past year or so. I got divorced. A lot of things went down with that. That was crazy. I'm good now. I went through a lot of if I'm being transparent and honest with you guys and the listeners and stuff, went through a lot of things throughout that whole entire process. It wasn't easy. Life was super crazy, but got through that. Ended up meeting an awesome girl now. Her name is Jordan, and we are engaged to get married next October, so that's cool. She has a 5-year-old daughter, so I'm going to be a stepdaddy. And the whole experience I've had so far with that has been awesome. Having a 5-year-old kid that loves to watch gamers on YouTube, and she plays the full lot of Roblox, and she's really good at it. That junk is cool, and having her reminds me of like hanging out at Daryl's house and stuff with his kids playing video games and stuff like that, and it's really cool. But yeah, that's been a journey in itself, because it was like, last year or so I didn't have a kid. This year I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
5-year-old, at that. So that's a whole lifestyle change, dude. But I love it. Love every bit of it. Jordan's super supportive of everything I do. which is it's new to me to have that in my life, but it's fantastic. I love it. Wouldn't change anything. Other than that, I got my house back. Moved back into my house. It's where we all live. As soon as I got in here, I thought of Daryl because we had water damage from my ex living in this place, and it ruined all of our floors in my studio room and into my living room. And so I lived 4 months without flooring, basically, because I was dealing with insurance, going back and forth, all that crap. Ends up being $9,000 something for them to put the floors in. They finally do that. The AC unit, the condensation pipe, the stuff upstairs was leaking, and I caught it because it was dripping through the vent in the ceiling. And go upstairs in the attic. There's water everywhere. The pan switch went out, so it didn't. It was overflowing over the pan. So that was fun. Homeowner. I remember having this conversation with Daryl, like, it's either before I bought my house or when I just purchased my house. Daryl was like, basically something like, there's a lot that goes into being a homeowner. I remember you dealing with your floor situation and stuff like that, and your washing machine messing up, and your ceiling being messed up, and all kinds of crap. And so it's like every day, it's like I wake up like, what's next? What's going to happen next? But no, man. Life's good. Life is great right now, man. We finally got around to painting the walls. I painted the kitchen, painted the living room, got stuff furnished. I'm working on my studio room. I will be painting that tomorrow. Mounting my TV. Decorating basically. That way I have my studio in there. We're going to have my game set up, my recording studio set up, and then we're going to have kind of like a YouTube video set up with the lighting and stuff. So that's going to be awesome. But other than that, that's like a little quick rundown of the things that, had kind of been going on. I'm sure I left a ton of stuff out, but I have been playing a lot of Forza Horizon 4 lately. That game's freaking awesome. I'm sure you guys have played it. Actually, I see y'all's ghost shells on that game, like riding around. So I know y'all have played it. But that game's really fun, dude. Just going and it's really mindless because you can literally drive anywhere. Drive like yesterday.
Can you drive to the local Walmart?
Unfortunately, there's no Walmarts, but there's an Aldi and where you can go get a gridlock.
Then you'd have to stop every 20 minutes to diarrhea
or to urinate.
Both
at the same time. So there's like a pasture of sheep yesterday, and I was doing donuts. Jordan was like, "Can you hit them?" I don't know. We're about to find out though. I literally did donuts for like 15 minutes trying to hit these stupid sheep, and it would not let me hit them, so I gave up.
The SPCA.
Other than that, I actually started the game Prey. I have Game Pass now on Xbox One, which gives you a F ton of games to play. And the reason I got into playing my Xbox more because she bought me an Xbox One S last Christmas, and then she bought me Red Dead 2 and Far Cry 5 with it, and I don't want to just sit there and get neglected because I've been playing my PlayStation 4 for like years now. So I've been getting into that, playing that. I got Game Pass. I've got Gears 5 like ready to go, and a few other games ready. But I did jump into Prey. I think I did like a few missions in that. I really like the vibe of that game. It's pretty cool.
I love that game.
Yeah, like the alien vibe and stuff. It's pretty neat though. It's pretty neat. I haven't gotten enough, far enough in it to, I guess, say much about it. But I really like the way it looks, like the way it plays, like the controls. Some of the weapons, pretty cool, pretty neat.
It's very sandboxy too, because there's like I talked about this before on an old episode.
Yeah.
version 2.0.
2.0.
Where there's like puzzles in the game that you could solve. Like some of them require a key card. It's like, well, obviously I got to go find a key card to open the door.
Right.
Or you can use your glue gun and find ways to get on top of the room and find a way in from the top.
Right.
So like, there's all kind of cool little puzzles and stuff like that you can do in the game. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it is pretty neat, man. There's a lot of like interactive things. But last but not least, last night I got the new Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. So you guys know, if you don't hear from me, nah,
He's forewarning us. He's gonna ghost.
A new record.
I've been hearing you talk about it, Daryl, and a lot of people online and stuff talk about how good the campaign is in that game. So definitely gonna set some time aside to play that and beat that, then play the game. But yeah, that's basically all I've been up to and all I've been playing. Yeah, everything's.
I'm not gonna spoil anything on the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But it's got some of the missions are like very tight. Like
a tiger.
Like a tiger. So you have you have different like missions where you have to go in different places with your crew. You know what I'm saying? With your unit.
Yeah.
You said unit.
PD Diaries.
And then and they're like night vision. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're going through these terrorist cells and these different slums and these like apartments or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's very tight, and it's very fun. Like it's really really neat. And the night vision you'll see as you play.
Yeah.
Night vision missions are my favorite. They were very very cool, and the sound design in that game is so intense.
So just from the main menu, it gives you like a bunch of different options to set your sound, like your preference. Like there's like a home theater mode. I think there might be like a studio mode, like just different ones. I thought that was pretty neat because I've never seen anything like that in a Call of Duty as far as like different settings like that. But I was playing a few matches before we got into the podcast. Very small detail, but whenever you're running around on like a multiplayer map, you can actually interact and open doors now and stuff, which is pretty cool.
What do you mean? You just run head first into the doors?
No, you can actually open them instead of headbutting.
The only way you open those doors is headbutting them, man.
That's the proper way.
That's the proper way.
The wave of video game future. Opening doors
with your head.
All right, T-Bird, what you been playing? What you been dabbling in?
Oh, God. Okay. So, since I guess last time we done this show, let me see. I've played Far Cry New Dawn, which is basically the sequel to Far Cry 5.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Clancy's Division 2. Oh, God.
How was that?
I loved it. It was fun. We actually had a crew of people to play it with, so it made it more enjoyable.
But the new Ghost Recon, did you play that one?
I played a little. I'm playing a little bit of it.
Okay.
It's not as good. It's not as good as Wildlands, but it's good.
Wildlands.
You like it pretty good?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's different. There's a little annoying gripes I don't like about it. Like you can be like kind of just walking down a hill, and then all of a sudden you lose footing, and then you're rolling down a hill dying.
That sounds fun, dude.
Oh no, it's really aggravating. It's like
my life.
Like, hey,
Basically.
I lost stamina. Guess what? My feet are gone now. I'm just gonna go roll down a hill.
No legs.
But dabbled some Ark Survival. Like dabbled, I mean we literally spawned in all the crazy stuff.
Nice.
And been talking to Daryl about this at work. I finished Controlled.
Control. Oh,
Control.
So good.
It is a fantastic game. Everyone needs to play that game.
That one went really under the radar, didn't it?
Yeah, it didn't sell well either.
Straight from the mouth of T-Bird.
It looked awesome.
It is awesome.
It is so good.
It is so good.
Nice.
Nice, man.
Yeah, that's definitely a game. I think so far that's my game of the year.
Oh yeah.
What was that one about?
Psychic stuff.
Psychic stuff.
So like, it's hard to explain because there's nothing else out there like it.
Yeah.
But like, if you took the show Lost.
Ooh, that's a good show.
All right, so if you took Lost and
Found it.
and Max Payne, like, and put it together, it just is wild, dude. Like, it's so fun. It's a third-person action game, but you get these like psychic, like these telekinesis powers, and you can like levitate and things like that. And I don't know if you ever played the game Psyops on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, that game was great.
It's like that, right? It's like a modern version of Psyops. Like,
Right.
Nice.
it is, but the story is just absurd. Like, it is insane. Like, myself and CJ from Push to Plat, we kind of joke a lot about how the people from Control don't even know what Control's about, because it's like Hideo Kojima levels of like convoluted and weird.
That's what I was thinking when you were talking about it.
But it was just like, I couldn't put it down. Could not put it down. Like, that's one, like I said, me and Tanner have been talking about it at work. And like, this is the year that Resident Evil 2 Remake came out. And I think Control is by far a better game.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I noticed you were not happy with Resident Evil 2 Remake. Or you were a little disappointed.
I was disappointed. I feel like they changed. Like, Donnie and I did like a spoiler cast on it, and then we lost the audio. It's probably for the best, because I don't
Naturally.
know, I feel like I complained a bunch, you know. And I don't, you know me, I don't like to spend my time podcasting about how much something sucks. But like that,
Yeah, okay.
like that game, it's really good, right? But as a fan of the original, to me, they just changed stuff it was nonsensical changes. Like, it shouldn't have been changed. Like, you lose context for why certain characters matter.
Right.
Yeah, I hate that.
And then, like, the game is stunningly beautiful. Like, the game is insane. And it just, like, the nostalgia and the feels, man, is just like, oh, this game is amazing. But they introduce an enemy that is ever present, and you can't escape it, and you can't kill it. So you can't enjoy all the absurd details they put in the game,
Oh, yeah.
because this dude is
X gonna
just
give it to
chasing
you.
you. Yeah, he's gonna give it to you, and it just really, like, for me, it really, really hinders the experience. Like, to the point of, I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it like I wanted to, because all I wanted to do was get away from Mr. X. I'm like, this is so frustrating. And I didn't want to be frustrated while I played a game that I should have loved, you know? So,
Right.
like I said, it's a good game, but Control, for, you know, no pun intended, it controls better. It is so much fun to play.
Right.
Once you
Like,
actually get all your
that's
powers
awesome,
too,
man.
It's
I-
insane.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and, when we get off, I'm going to check out the trailer then.
Heck yeah, man. I'd say I'd let y'all borrow it, but I've already loaned it out.
Yeah, you're not
The
getting
thing
that back.
Dude, you wouldn't believe how many games I've
Nah, dude, movies too, I know.
I loan stuff out, and then I forget people have it, and then it's just gone forever. But yeah, so yeah, Control. I can't wait for the DLC to come out at the beginning of the year. It's really freaking good.
Oh, snap.
Cool.
So, it's kind of got me thinking, since you said DLC, Horizon Zero Dawn. So I never played that DLC to that, but I got me thinking about it. I seen another podcast talking about Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Have y'all heard about that?
I mean, the rumor is it's going to be launching with the PS5, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
That'd
hear
be
much.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear much about it. I can't remember what podcast that was. I just seen, like, it was in the title, Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Got me pretty stoked because the first one's amazing, bro. Amazing. If I could play more video games like that, you know, that'd be sick.
Well, I think if you like third-person action games in that vein, I think you like Control.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little less on the RPG and a little more on the Twilight Zone. but it's really good. So I think
Right.
it's definitely worth everyone's time.
Oh, for sure.
That's one of those, I think, that's going to be like a cult hit. You know what I'm saying? I think that people who played it are going to champion it. You know what I'm saying? And the people who didn't play it are, they're going to kind of like scratch their heads like, well, what's the big deal? But
They're wrong.
It's a good one.
What kind of what games coming out are y'all looking forward to? Like, you had to pre-order a game right now.
Well, I don't know the game. I want Star Wars. It just dropped. Was it today?
Today.
Yep.
It's getting pretty good critic reviews.
I mean, I've watched Kevin Fouts. He's one of our listeners. I watched him play a little bit on the live stream. Some guys from work, they got it too, saying, I mean, I'm hearing good things about it. It looks great. It looks awesome.
It does look cool.
Oh, another thing real quick. I got a 75-inch 4K TV, and so everything looks really sick on that. But
Heck yeah.
it's my first 4K TV, so it changes everything for me.
I got a 32-inch tube TV. What you gonna do with that?
Not lift it.
My tube through it.
Those things are so friggin' heavy, man. I remember I was like 12 years old lugging those things around, man.
Dude, my dad used to make me do that.
Yeah. Like, I would take the TV out of my mom and dad's bedroom to go, like, hook it up somewhere and play. My dad's like, you better put that TV back when you're done. I'm like, Dad, I'm tired. He's like, no, you lifted it in here. You take it back. And now I understand why. It's so heavy.
Like, you get grounded, they make you carry the TV around.
I know.
Hey, boy, put that in the den. Nah, but kind of piggybacking off what Tanner was saying with Control. So I played Control this year. Like, that's been a really, really good one. Resident Evil 2 Remake was a pretty decent game. I've got Death Stranding sitting in front of me.
Dude, that's another one, man. That's another one. Sorry.
I haven't played it yet, but I'm excited.
I wasn't done with my games.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I thought you were...
since I've last been on this podcast.
Set Sealer.
I still got Shadow. I beat Shadow Tomb Raider. What else? Borderlands 3, Modern Warfare.
People are talking good things about Borderlands 3. How'd you like that?
It's Borderlands. It's goofy and awesome.
Yeah.
They make dumb jokes that
all the Borderlands
upset
are
a lot
good.
of people.
I like it then. I played the first one on 360, I think. I think it was 360.
I ruined it for Daryl.
Yeah, you did. It's okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much it after that. Right now though, I am playing Pokemon.
Ooh, sick.
It's fantastic.
I want to get a Switch. Are they called Switch Lights? Like the handhelds? I want one of those.
The giant Vita?
Yeah, basically.
That's exactly what it is.
It's like a pool float.
Giant Vita with good games. Oh! Was it too soon to make that joke?
You cut that part out.
Sorry.
Okay.
This is all red.
All right, so
It's blue.
Is it my turn yet, Tanner?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
wait,
played.
there's more.
Okay. He's got played this game DLC.
Yes, the DLC now.
Nah. I said I played Control. That was the best one of the year so far. I beat, so when it released, Dying Light came out. I've been playing that one off and on over the years with my brother and his wife, and I feel like we beat it right before I moved. So that was a little over a year ago, and I really enjoyed the game, but I didn't play it like I didn't take in all the story. I didn't get to do all the different things in it because this game has such a fun, just ridiculous multiplayer co-op system that you really miss how intense and serious the game can be. So I started Dying Light over, and I can't put this game down. That's why I've got Death Stranding sitting here and haven't put it in yet, because I can't put Dying Light down. And my goal is to go for the platinum. We'll see. I mean, right now I'm just I've probably got 10 hours, maybe 15 hours in this game without doing any missions, just running around and killing zombies.
Dude, that's sick.
And I've got a grappling hook, so I can Spider-Man myself from building to building. I've powered up my drop kick, so I run and drop kick zombies and their heads explode.
Dude.
I freaking kick them off buildings. Like, it is insane how much fun this game is.
That's awesome.
But I beat Gears 4 not too long ago in preparation for Gears 5. Gears 4 is not that good of a game. Like, I am a little disappointed on like just how boring that game was overall. They tried.
Ran its course.
I remember when it came out, a lot of people said that too.
Like, the thing about it is, like, the first half of the game is a slog. It took me multiple years to beat the game just because I would play for a little bit and be like, man, I don't like these new characters. And I still don't, you know? Like, Gears of War was over-the-top action with just a really big, you know what I'm saying, like, dude bro, like, characters. They still managed to tell a good story and still managed to give you the feels at times. But the set pieces were good and the game was fun. Gears 4, like, it tries, but it didn't work for me. I didn't really care for it that much. I think that some of the set pieces in the game are a bit on the dumb side. Like, I was like, oh, okay, I see what they're going for, but it wasn't really intense as much as it was kind of stupid, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then the game ends, and I don't know, I just wasn't ready for it to end. It was like, oh, that was it? Okay. I mean, it was, the ending boss wasn't good. I just didn't like it. Like, overall, it was a very middle of the road game. And so, that being said, I wanted to play 5, but after I finished 4, I installed it on my PC, and I was just like, you know what? I'll wait.
Were you gearsed out?
I don't know that I'm gearsed out as much as I'm like, I feel like I'm missing out. Like, Gears isn't...
It's not doing it?
It's just not, you know, like, just this new direction isn't doing it for me, you know? Like, and,
right.
You know, the new characters didn't do it for me. Like, even the post-credit scene or the very ending scene of the game that's supposed to make you go, oh, snap! It just fell so flat for me. I was like, okay, I get it, I guess. I don't know. And I'm just a little disappointed in I think Gears Judgment actually had my attention better than Gears 4 did.
I don't think any ending to anything has ever made me go, oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
They were trying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell that was the goal. It just was like a wet fart, you know? It was like, that was okay. There might be a little residue there.
What's wrong with that?
it just didn't work for me.
That'll wake you up in the morning, boy.
So, but you know, like Josh was saying earlier about Game Pass. Game Pass is a fantastic deal. So I have Game Pass. I don't use it. I just have it. I've paid for it all year long. And it's like, oh,
they just did a thing where it was $2 for 2 months, and that's what I got.
Yeah, I think
it's
mine's
$1 for 3 months now.
Yeah,
Ooh,
for new customers.
I'm the biggest advocate for a while there of Game Pass. Are you talking about for Xbox?
Yeah. PSN is for PlayStation.
Okay. I was thinking PS Now.
Well, PS Now is the bomb, dude. Like,
okay,
I like it better, you know what I'm saying? Because there's such a huge variety. Like, Game Pass has like 100-ish games, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that there's PC, you know what I'm saying, Game Pass, like, that's, to me, the best part. But PlayStation Now hit like 800 games, and then they put their heavy hitters on there. And then they drop their price to $10 a month. So, like, there's really no reason not to have PlayStation
Is
Now.
it really $10 a month now?
Yeah, it's like $60
Holy
for a
crap.
year, $70 for a year. Yeah.
It was
I had
$19.99 or something.
Yeah, it used to
$20.
be. Yeah, it used to be.
Wow.
That's the thing. It was like they dropped it down to $10 a month. You can download the PS4 games and PSN games, so you don't have to stream them. And then PlayStation 3 games you can stream.
Right.
And there's 800. Like, that is insanity. There's more games than you'll play ever. And it's got such good time. It's got every single God of War on there right now, including the new one.
Dude, I'm going to have to do that, man. I'm going to have to. That 800 games, that's crazy.
It's insane, yeah. So, like, all the Bioshocks, like the majority of the Resident Evil games,
Dude.
Every single God of War, including the side stories, every single Uncharted is on there right now. Like, just, you know, it's crazy. GTA 5 is on there.
Dude.
You know, like, now, granted, some of the heavy hitters, they cycle out every 3 or 4 months or whatever.
Yeah.
But still, you know, so
give you a chance to play them all.
But, like, you know, I've had I've been doing the year subscription of PS Now for the past year or two. I'm gonna re-up, you know what I'm saying, and at the end of the month when mine expires or whatever for another year.
Yeah.
It's rad, dude. I mean, like I've scored so many just like just random games that like either I wanted to play or my kids wanted to play.
Right.
You know, like we just played them off Game Pass. You know, not Game Pass, PS Now.
That's awesome, dude.
But either way, so I've been kind of dabbling in everything, and then I picked up a Switch a few months back. And it's okay. I mean, it's got a lot of really cool potential. You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids love it. I really wish that I really wish that it had like a trophy achievement system. I know that doesn't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, like matter to most people. But I'm so freaking many years invested in what I've got now. You know, it's really hard to just like, for the little bit of time I got to play, it's still really hard to just go, oh, I'll just play a game just for the sake of it.
Right.
But there's a lot of games, like Steam games, that come to the Switch that don't necessarily come to the other platforms. So I've been kind of dabbling in some of those games. And my kids, we've been traveling a lot lately. These past few months we've been going out of town a bunch. And so the kids have been taking the Switch, and I bought them wireless controllers for it. So they'll set the Switch up, and then they'll just sit there and play games together. And the reason why I bought it is because my wife told me that she would play games with me if I had Mario and Tetris and things like that,
Lies.
Nah, she was legit, and she did too. So I set the Switch up in the bedroom, and we just sat there with the Joy-Cons. We split the Joy-Cons up, and we played Tetris Ultimate just for
the old
that's cool.
Switch.
That's cool.
Yeah, so like I've been playing, a lot of Tetris Ultimate.
He made the Switch.
No, I didn't make the Switch, but I own one, and I gotta say it's a legit awesome machine. Like I got, it's very cool. Like I can't say anything negative about it. Like I hate their controller layout. I think it's just ridiculous because they swap their buttons. It's really stupid.
It's annoying.
It's very annoying.
Do you think I should get a Switch Lite or just a 3DS?
I mean, I would get a Lite if you're not gonna, unless you want to put it on your TV.
No, I don't really care about putting on the TV too much. Well, I don't know. Braylon might like that. Yeah.
You need to get a Switch, get Smash Ultimate, and then come catch these hands.
I really want Smash. I played down on GameCube.
Let me smash.
Let me smash. Please.
It's funny. Like I bought a Switch and then bought indie games. Didn't buy Smash or Zelda or anything.
The main one.
You're such a hipster.
Well, I mean, I didn't get it for that, and my kids don't like they don't like Mario. We've played Odyssey. We played several Marios leading up to this point. I bought them a Zelda on 3DS. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here's Zelda. You want to try it? They're like, no, this is boring. They don't like Zelda. They don't.
You bought Majora's Mask. That's like the most obscure Zelda title ever, though.
Yeah, well, it was $5.
That's a deal. That is a deal.
So, but my thing is like my kids really do, they have very similar tastes as me. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these iconic Nintendo icons, these characters, they don't speak to them. They don't care. And I keep getting them stuff, and they're just like, nah, we're cool, Dad. Let's just play Fortnite. Well, all right.
God, dog.
Yeah.
No, they've got they got like Thief Simulator. That's been one that they play a whole bunch. There's a what was that indie game? The Golden Duck or something like that. They've been playing the full out of that game. Tetris Ultimate is a big deal in the house. Spanking them A's and some Tetris Ultimate.
Bum VR.
Yeah, no, I ain't got that one yet. That's another thing too. We played the PlayStation VR like crazy. Like that PlayStation VR puts in work in this house. So that's PSVR is really freaking cool.
Yeah.
Like I am very impressed with it. So, matter of fact, I had Hector over one night and we played through the entire Arkham game. Like just kind of swap, like playing a chapter, swap the helmet, my helmet. But it's cool, man. So we've been dabbling in a lot of different stuff, like playing a little bit of everything that's out there. Playing some PC games, like not necessarily PC only games, but playing games on PC. So I've been one of those nerds too.
I got a gaming laptop since we last spoke as well.
Yeah, that's the best thing for Game Pass.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
I
gaming
helped him pick
laptop,
it out.
Yeah, Tanner was there.
Diablo 4. Can we please talk about Diablo 4?
No,
Yeah.
they hate America.
I
No.
say, yeah, they hate Americans. They hate freedom.
Diablo? He hates
Yeah,
everything.
well,
That's the devil.
Fair enough.
we're talking about Blizzard, but yeah, but not like I actually put in Diablo 3 not too long ago, and me and my oldest tried to dabble in it a little bit. It's okay.
Bet Frosty wishes he could.
Hey, I've got Diablo Ultimate Edition still in the wrapper. I've had it for like a year.
How much you want for it?
I don't know.
I gotta get my hands on that necromancer, bro.
I got the Necromancer.
That's what she's saying. What do you guys think about the PlayStation 5 coming out next year?
I think I'm gonna play Diablo 4 on it.
I don't know. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
PlayStation 5?
I've seen like
Yeah.
the little rumored prototype thing, but
Is it-
that's not what it's going to look like.
But is it shaped like the V type of thing?
No.
I mean, we don't
Is that-
know yet.
They're never. That's got to be like a long running PlayStation gag at this point, where like they'll release like a photo of what their next system looks like, and it always looks like something ridiculous.
It looks like
And then
four
when-
PS4s stacked up on top of each other.
Yeah, and then when they release the actual console, it actually looks pretty slick. Because like I think that all stems from like when the PS3 was first announced. Like it was like this big silver box, and the control was like they called
Boomerang.
it
The boomerang. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a Mega Man weapon. Like it was literally like two bananas with a centerpiece. Like it looked ridiculous.
Wasn't the
Yeah.
PS3 like $600 when it came out?
Yeah, it was high. Yeah, yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm not ready for a new console.
I'm
You know,
not
like,
either, bro. I'm telling you, I'm not.
I got like 200 games downstairs in the case that just like most of them I haven't even played yet. I've got Game Pass, I've got PlayStation Now, I've got the friggin' Switch.
I'm content, man.
I've downloaded every single free game on Epic Game Store every week. Like I don't play any of them. Like I don't have time. I don't know.
I'm assuming they're going to be backwards compatible, right? PlayStation 4 and 5.
That's what they say.
God,
They say
I
it's gonna
hope
be
so.
completely backwards compatible with everything, including PS1, PS2. I'm calling bullcrap on that one.
Well, they said that about PS Now. They said when they bought Gaikai,
Yeah.
they were going to have the entire PlayStation. Don't get me wrong, 800 games is a real good start, but
There's never been a more made up word than the word Gaikai.
with the power of Gaikai,
The power of Gaikai.
it's like, hey, how we sell these guys on this whole idea that we're probably not going to come through? Call it something weird. Let's make up a name.
Hey,
They'll
drunk
definitely
Asian
do it.
man, what should we call this? Gaikai! That'll work. Thanks, drunk Asian man.
Go back to the Szechuan Palace.
There you go.
Good night, secrets.
Well, I guess technically in order of the show, Josh went early as per usual on what we would consider the this week's official topic.
Oh.
So,
Tanner,
you-
you have to say it. You have to say it,
Oh
Tanner.
yeah, you mean this week's official topic?
yes, this
Yes.
week's official topic.
Yeah, there you go. This week's official topic.
He said it. You heard it
Or
first.
do you want the twat?
I want that twat.
That's
baby.
what.
So this week's official topic was actually going to be, what has happened in the life of the Loot for the past year. So where have you guys been? What you've been up to? Josh already,
I
told us
came.
he came early and told us his story. So T-Bird, why don't you pick up where Josh left off and just tell us what's been going on with you for the past year?
Oh,
Did that.
did we?
I thought so.
No.
I mean, technically we did before the show, and then technically Josh did.
Oh, it was all blur.
We all sprinkled it in a little bit here and there.
No. So I quit my last job at Williams. Went to go work at Nucor. Ended up hating it there because the work was just too boring and repetitive. So now I'm back at Williams. And yeah,
That sums it up, basically.
basically.
And now he hates that because it's boring and repetitive.
No, this is actually more. It's got more variety than just sitting there watching a machine punch holes in the same kind of material all day.
So he put in his 2 weeks notice.
Hey, wait a minute. Technically, I'm his boss now. Are you putting your 2 weeks on the show?
Oh, how about that?
Perfect.
Wait, that's not good.
Everybody panic.
Is Ken still there?
Hey, yeah. Of
course
Hey,
he
wait.
is.
If I edit it out, does that mean you're not quitting?
I'm not quitting, girl. Don't worry.
Let Tanner edit the show.
He's gonna be like, "If you, I'm out." No, don't quit on me, Tanner. Don't ever quit on me.
I'm not. You got at least a year.
I think that's a Brokeback Mountain line. I just can't quit you.
I promise I will never die.
I seen like a little short video. I think it was Key and Peele or something. They were laying in the tent, and then one of the guys reaches over like to grab the other guy, and the guy was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" He's like, "Man, I'm just grabbing some nuts," and he pulls up a bag of like mixed nuts.
That's an Austin Powers joke.
That was on Scary Movie.
Was it Scary Movie?
Yeah, I think it was Scary Movie 4.
Yeah, I think that happened there too.
Everywhere.
Oh, nut jokes.
Gotta love them.
I don't know. The last time we did Loot Bros, did I have PC stuff yet?
No, I don't think so.
You weren't a PC nerd yet.
He's super
now
PC.
I'm a PC Master Race now. Got the 120 frames, and it's a beautiful thing.
Do you play
correct.
Fortnite?
I played one match of Fortnite because Chapter 2 came out. It throws you in a random lobby with bots.
You got pwned.
No, I got a win, and I retired.
Nice.
Hung his
So you
gloves
I
up.
have the perfect score. That's all I need.
So you don't sit around spanking your willy to Ninja while you streams Fortnite?
Nope.
Spank
I
your willy
remember
and
that.
slap your balls.
Oh God.
Well, thing about the PC Master Race is Tanner spends more time playing with his dongles than he actually does playing with his games.
Basically.
No,
He's
dude.
like, ooh, how many frames can I get? Oh yeah, okay, I'm done.
T-Bird's got like a dang PC maintenance shop over there, like a mechanic shop.
God, yeah. I've helped a few people build their PCs. I helped your brother build one, and I've helped one of his friends fix his that he built, which is also very frustrating because there were so many mistakes he did.
Yep. I need to get a good PC so I can play Diablo 4
One of us. One of us.
in my underwear with a little poop sock in the corner.
Oh,
Dude, poop sock. I love how we're bringing
you
in
gotta-
a little.
You have a
Like
sock in the
pieces.
corner? I just have it attached to my chair.
Oh god.
Hanging off the back. All
Tanner
sad.
said nobody puts baby in the corner.
Air freshener. That poop sock air freshener. Dude, I'm expecting Jared to make a lot of memes out of this.
He better. We did this for
prodigal son.
Jared.
Do it for Jared.
All right,
Just for the memes.
T-Bird. Anything else before we move on to the next nerd?
No, I think that's it, man.
All right, Frosty.
Magic. That's pretty much.
Magic Johnson.
Magic. Ooh. Hey now.
Wait a second. I think that means you have AIDS.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah, so I started working for my uncle's plumbing company again. It's very successful. I'm actually like a scheduling manager now. So kind of a big deal. No, just kidding. But things are going great. We're super busy. My wife is working now, so that's kind of cool.
Only kind of.
So now we can kind of afford bills.
Ford Magic cards.
Yes.
That's what he
Yes,
meant by
it.
bills.
That's what. Yeah.
That's what I meant. Yeah,
Dang
we
it.
budget that in our bills. It's mortgage, car payment, magic.
It's like, okay, one paycheck is nothing but magic cards. Got it.
Yeah, and then whatever's left, we feed our son. But yeah, that just hanging out with friends, doing game nights, man. I mean, it's pretty much what we've been doing.
Nice.
that has been my life for the past year.
Nice.
Sweet.
I am one pathetic loser. Thinking about the podcast.
Dreaming.
I never stopped thinking about you.
I just can't quit you.
As odd as it sounds, that's true.
Yeah. No, it's been a blur, man. Just really, honestly, just being 100% honest here. Just being a family man. Like, hanging out with the family. Watching my son grow and learn how to talk and do all kind of crazy shenanigans. Like, my son is starting to become one of the funniest little dudes I've ever met in my life. Like, the things he says and does. Like, that little dude's gonna be a comedian when he grows up. And it's a blessing being a father, man.
Heck
Like,
yeah.
shout out to all you fathers out there. Like, it is awesome. But I feel like sometimes, man, I don't have enough time, to like, I don't know. Life comes at you fast, and it's kind of, we can relate to like the podcast, like when you stop recording and like a year or so went by and like a flash, like I didn't even feel like a year.
Dude, you're right.
And here I am now. My son's he'll be 2.5 soon, walking around, running around, jumping, talking trash,
Cussing you out.
My son's starting to talk trash now.
He's gonna suplex you soon.
That's right. He's all afraid. I'm gonna walk in the door. He's gonna like Goldberg spear me, like right on the hard pavement.
No, it's crazy, man. Like, I never know when I'm getting off work now because we don't really have a schedule. It's like you come in, you could work 8 hours or you could work 17 hours, basically. So it's like when I get off, I usually try to go straight to the gym since the gym's kind of close to work. And then I'll go by and pick Braylon up from her Nana's house and we'll head straight to the house, basically. And by that time, you're looking at 8, 9 o'clock usually. So we have her Monday through Thursday, and then Friday after school she goes to her dad's house. We pick her up on Sunday night. So trying to, it's all learning for me, and I've been around, all my siblings my entire life. I lived in a house with like 10 of them at one time. But I don't know. It's a lot that I still have to learn. We pray with her every night before bed, and it's a lot of change for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's good. It's good. It's just time is crazy, honestly.
Heck yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, right about the time we landed the plane last time, I had just moved and got settled into my new place.
Yeah.
And it didn't really feel like that was going to be all that like crazy of a transition, but like being on a different side of town, you know what I'm saying? Like that really did kill us from getting together physically, you know what I'm saying? Like we went from, you know what I'm saying, predominantly getting together every single time unless someone was sick, we got together physically and all hung out. So it was a lot more fun. We fed off each other's energy. We laughed, we cut up. And then afterwards we hung out for a few hours as friends do. So we went from, that to, we'll do it remotely when we have to, when it works best for everybody.
Right.
To, I moved across town and it's like, now we strictly only do it remotely. So it was a whole lot easier to not do the show when you're not, physically around each other. So then the flow of everything changed and it became a lot more, I don't know, it just, I feel like with everything going on in life, everyone kind of engaged each other a lot less.
Right.
And so as you guys have been kind of, doing your thing, I filled in all of my free time with working. And so I went and like a really, really, really smart person thought I'd go get a second job. That didn't need. It was just like, oh, here's this thing that I could possibly do and make extra money. Right. And then like, oh, maybe I could be good at this, So I go and pick up this friggin' becoming a loan officer and, working with people getting mortgages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, this will be cool because on the nights my son has karate, I'll just sit in the parking lot, you know, saying work through applications, make phone calls, blah blah. And it just like ate up every spare minute I had. And then on the weekends when I try to play games, you know, it's like, oh wait, I got like 15 apps I gotta sift through because I worked, you know, so much during the week with my main job. Yeah, and so I got to where I was working, you know what I'm saying, like, you know,
all the time,
full time plus, and then I was filling up my spare time with work. You know, it got to be. So I started. You know, I told you guys before. I started reading comics again because that was something I could kind of squeeze in. You know, I was like, oh, I got a few minutes. I'll just you know, grab a couple books, and I got a little ridiculous in how many I bought. You know, I was like, oh man, this is all I have time for. I need thousands. And started filling my basement up. And my wife's like, this is ridiculous, babe. You need to chill out.
Oh,
Go outside, do something.
speaking of, go ahead.
I was like, I'll go outside with my comics.
Ooh. I did actually pick up drawing. I started drawing anime. I got into watching anime too, so go ahead and you can. Daryl's gonna like rag me, but everybody else watches anime, so
In your face, Daryl.
in your face, dude.
Oh my gosh, I'm watching my animes, you guys. In your face, Daryl.
But I got it. I really like the art style of anime characters and stuff, so I started trying to draw it. And so that's what I like to do in my free time when I do have some free time. And as soon as I get my studio room set up, I plan on having like a little, you know, a desk just for drawing and all that stuff. Actually, it's a stress reliever, you know, so that's pretty cool.
Did you finish Demon Slayer?
No, I actually started over with Jordan because it was so good. I wanted to start it over and because me and her watch anime together now.
Yeah, you freaks.
She freaking loves Attack on Titan. She asks me almost every day, when's the next season coming out? I think it's next year sometime.
It is.
Yeah, it's going to be the last season.
Right. My Hero, we're watching that together every Saturday when they air, or Sunday when it comes out. Saturday. Well, last time it didn't. It was late. And
you need to watch that Full Metal, bro.
Dude, something about it, man. It's just dark.
It is a dark show.
But Attack on Titan's not.
Look. I can do Attack on Titan.
Yeah, you can do with people get eaten alive.
Look, I think the reason why I got into Attack on Titan is because me and her that's something we started together, and so we're both engaged in it. We would talk about it when it wasn't on the screen. It's like, oh snap! I can't wait to get together and watch this next episode. So I think that's what kind of got us together watching that at first, and then we just fell in love with the show.
Somewhat, the main characters killed their mother because they tried to bring her back to life, and she turns into a zombie monster. And the little girl gets turned into a dog.
That is freaking weird, dude. That episode was freaking weird.
You were like, okay, I'm done.
I was like, yeah, that. You know what? Yeah.
Oh, that show's so good, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good show. Very, very odd, but it's pretty cool. I'm gonna get back into it eventually. I am.
I could show you odd. That is tame.
I'm sticking with some of the mainstream stuff. I don't want to get too weird with it.
Nothing wrong with that. That's in my opinion, the best stuff right now.
Yeah, I really like Dr. Stone. For a few episodes there, and I'm not trying to turn this into an anime podcast. I know Daryl's like over there gritting his teeth.
He's passed out.
He's sleeping. Gridlock's poured all over the keyboard.
Or the toilet.
Over the toilet. But dang, I don't even know what I was saying. I'm picking on Daryl.
Dr. Stone, 2 episodes.
Dr. Stone. So it got kind of slow there for a little while. They kind of veered off from, I guess, the storyline that I wanted. But it's starting to come back in and hit us with some details that are really, really crucial to the show, and we're enjoying it. So yeah,
I started watching that time I got reincarnated into a slime.
Great show.
That show's amazing.
Or how heavy are the dumbbells you lift? Have you seen that on there?
That's a dumb show.
No, I have not seen that. What's that one? Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
It's surprisingly good.
Yeah, it looks really good. I love the shows with like the most obscure titles. That's what gets me.
Oh, Black Clover. That's another great one. Okay, I'm done. Daryl's over there. Like, you know.
Yeah, I think this is a bad idea, actually. So this is my last show.
He's ghosting.
It's my turn, fools.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Hey, you like that white Daryl I made? The next DC comic superhero?
The Black Adam, his arch nemesis, the White Daryl.
White Daryl.
That's funny. But yeah, like I said, other than that, when you guys went your little anime tangent, you freaking nerds.
No.
Oh, sorry, we talked about something other than the Vita.
Hey, that Vita's still special.
I noticed you haven't talked about it all show. What happened, man?
I mean, the only thing keeping it alive are these trash trophies, these rat plats. At this point now, literally the only
rat
thing,
plats. Is that what y'all call it?
yeah. So the company, the little port house that puts out all these like quick and easy platinums, like it actually puts out good games. It just they're front load all the trophies so that you don't have to play them long. But it's
Turned
called
on the game.
It's called Ratalaika Games or something like that. And so now the trophy hunting community calls them rat plats.
Rat plats.
Or rat games, you know? Because it's like, and then there's a couple other ones now. There's a company called Sometimes You. They put out pretty quick and easy plats. And then the Paugi games, you know, like word cross and word search and crap like that. So,
You know, speaking of plats, I found myself explaining my name is Mayo to somebody today at work out of nowhere. And I was like, where is this coming from? Like,
I have the platinum trophy in that game.
I have it
yeah,
twice.
you do.
I have it twice.
I don't remember ever playing it, but I got it.
That was one of the best.
Weird how that
Dude,
is.
we logged into his account. That's right.
Yep.
That
You were
was
so
fun.
against that.
That was so funny.
That's
The thing
hilarious.
was, we would have never done it had you not pitched such a fit about it.
That's so. I think we did it on a show too.
We did. We
We did it on live stream.
Because what we would do is we would log into my PlayStation that I kept in my studio at the old house, and everyone's login was there, and he was like, "I ain't playing these games. I'm not playing these games. They're so stupid." Blah blah blah. So we logged in as him and played for him.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
I'm still not playing those games.
Yeah, well,
You did though.
you can't. Your
At least
trophy
once.
count says you did, and so as far as I am concerned,
Trophy count don't lie.
So that was fun.
I
Nice,
think
man.
one of the chumpiest plats I got was, I don't know. Did I ever get a plat in Walking Dead?
The
I might
Telltale.
have. Yeah, I might have. That Sound Shapes was a pretty easy plat. Like, the challenges were kind of aggravating. But after a while, I actually really enjoyed that game.
Yeah, that
Just to,
the hardcore mode or whatever, or death mode or whatever it was. That was pretty difficult.
I think I watched y'all
Yeah.
play that.
You know,
I
it's
got-
funny.
that was-
I never played. I didn't play the entire game with any sound.
And that's
That's why I never got the platinum.
yeah. No, I got the plat in that one, and then I did the the save mode where you like load your save to the other consoles and it pops the plats automatically.
Oh snap!
Mm-hmm.
No shame at all. I freaking did it.
I at least got like 100 trophies from that.
Jesus.
Yeah, because I went and spent like $10 on DLC, and it was just, hey, match this thing up.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear something funny?
What's that?
I'm on cardkingdom.com right now, ordering cards as we speak.
You have a problem,
Nerd.
Frosty.
Not a problem. I'm just missing 4 cards for one of my decks.
For one of them.
That's awesome. So, all right. Well, then, if you guys want to land the plane with one final segment, topic, or whatever, and don't worry, listeners, we'll get back to the groove of things the way you know and love it
Yeah.
Nope, this is an anime show now.
Oh, God.
Anime, we love anime.
Please, God.
It was more like a
That's our that's our new theme song.
Very strange.
okay.
Nani?
Sashiwan Palace.
That's what
Okay.
Carol was saying. Nani?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's just Japanese for what?
Yeah. Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Speaking of that,
So
It was like, whatever, Trump 2020.
oh my gosh, here's a little side tangent for you. So Tricky and I have had this competition going all year long about who can get more platinums, and I was just beating the brakes off this man, like without even trying. Just had him by 20 or 30 plats, just like embarrassing him. So then we started, myself and a bunch of the Proven Gamer listeners started this campaign to have my trophy count read on the show of Trophy Horse, because they have a host who hasn't been on the show in like 2 years, and they still read Steve.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but they don't read his count. I mean, excuse me, they read his count, but he's not on the show. And I was like, wait a second. I hear my name on that show more times referenced
then
for the
Steve.
for the things that I say and do. I was like, and he doesn't get any trophies. And I'm like dusting him, just beating the brakes off you kids. I was like, so I think that we should have my account read on the show. So he started this little hashtag, and so some of the other co-hosts, Yield and Alex, have been sliding my count in there, even in post, like going back after the show's edited, and then just randomly it's putting it in there.
That's awesome. That's what she said.
Yes, and like the past couple of episodes, 408 and 409, have like been really, really freaking awesome. And so I say all that to say this: Tricky got his little panties in a twist and started playing all these Japanese visual novels. The dude's probably spent $4,000 on visual novels, so he could beat. And he's got me by like 48 platinums now, right? Like he's smoking me, but he's not actually playing the games. He skips the text and just collects the trophies. And so I said earlier, one of their listeners had put Resident Daryl for president in their group, and I was like, yeah, that's some movement I can get behind now that we've got been successful with this other one. And Tricky was like, come in there being smart and saying his normal stuff. So I said basically his platinums don't count because they're not registered American voters. He's using some little Vita trick to sync Asian platinums to his account. So we got in this whole diatribe of how basically his I liken his platinums to illegal voters, and and he was just like going on about it. It was pretty funny. So Trump 2020.
Nice.
Build it.
Just gotta slide that in there. So
That was the best story I've ever heard.
Sheds a tear.
I am literally crying right now.
So wait a second. I gotta listen to the waifus and husbando blanket talk. Waifu pillows and husbando blankets over here, and then I'm cool. I start talking about trophies, and that's no go zone.
I think it's because you said Tricky's name.
Gotcha. In order.
Housekeeping.
Pillow.
You want sake?
Yeah.
Why, yes, actually. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, dude, it was really nice getting back on the mic with everybody and bringing everybody together and kind of catching up. Like you said earlier, this is the first time we've actually really all talked together and forever, seems like. So we had no idea, the listeners found out whenever we found out, but yeah, this is really, really cool, man. Really fun. I'm excited to see what the future has in store for the Loot Bros. Minus Frosty.
Meh.
We're gonna get made into memes. Tancredi's gonna correct us about things.
This is what's gonna happen.
That's about it.
I'm gonna be the only one that's gonna be podcasting next, and everybody else is gonna leave.
It's like, serves you right.
Joke's on you.
Joke's on you. But yeah, man, I'm excited to make content and put it out for the listeners. Now that I can, and my life is stable.
Oh wait, I got stability for you.
And that's it. That's how we end the show.
That was the best one of the night, bro.
Here's Daryl signing off.
Play the backside trumpet.
Awesome. All right. Well, I want to give a couple shout outs before we end the show. And this isn't going to be like a permanent thing, but there's a handful of people who have been kind of like egging this whole thing on, trying to bring it back together.
Right.
And some new members of our group on Facebook who have been super supportive and in engaging in conversation, you know what I'm saying, even without the podcast technically, you know what I'm saying, still going. So I do want to give out a shout out to Joseph Priestley and Simon Brakova. You know what I'm saying? Those guys reach out on a regular basis and bring up the fact that this thing should be a thing. That it entertains at least 2 people out there in the world besides us. And so it's really cool to people write, send me messages and stuff. It's like, man, this is a lot of fun. We laughed a lot. We kind of need this back. Shout out to Kalai, the host of the Game Stuff podcast. Because she's also been one that's constantly been like, hey, you need to kind of get back and do this thing again.
Also, she said she had asked a question on the thread, and I didn't get a chance to answer it. But she said, will she be considered a loot bro or a loot sis? So, loot sis, right?
Yeah, there's still only 2 loot genders out there.
Yeah, only 2 loot genders.
It is 2019.
And that's all right, though. We got to draw the line somewhere.
Loot sis.
Loot sis. That sounds like a disease.
Loot sounds like a disease, man.
Loot sis.
I'm not gonna be able to come into work. I got the loot sis. It's the harbinger of lupus.
Yeah, it's like the Evolve version.
Evolve.
Oh, there you go. See, that's another throwback.
Dang.
And I also want to give a shout out to freaking my buddy Levi. He's been in the podcast group a whole bunch lately. Asking questions, kind of spurring conversation. He's a huge gamer. He's a big retro gamer. So he's got quite a magnificent collection as well. And so I just want to give a shout out to Levi, you know what I'm saying, for sending in conversation starters, questions, things like that. And good luck to you, sir, with your new PlayStation 4 and all the rad freaking games you're going to get to experience.
Yes.
Levi, that's the name of a character
on Attack
on Titan. Anime is awesome, anime.
You need to have like a little sound bit that gets entered in every time you wedge freaking anime in. Like one of them random guitar solos or guitar.
What it needs to be is that Lego song. Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Anime is awesome.
There you go. Dude, just record your own.
Anime is awesome when you're a weeb. Anime is awesome when you're living in your mom's basement.
Oh, God.
You should start the show like that, actually. Just that clip.
Yeah. There's a lot
we're
in
not
this.
just going to talk about video games anymore. Sorry, guys.
It's topical.
We're talking about anime.
Titties.
Magic.
Topic Thunder.
There's that one episode where Frosty starts the show off, anime titty. I like randomly listen to our old stuff, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, I've been going through that old, is that the Castbox app?
Yeah.
The past few days, and just listening to, like, on the way to work and on the way back from work, just listening to all our old stuff. It's so crazy. It's hilarious. I'm like, dang,
But
we actually were funny.
But was I wrong, though?
I mean, I guess they're there. I mean, I don't watch it, so I can't confirm or deny.
You haven't lived.
So, all right. Is there anything else you guys want to add before we sign off?
Quick, Daryl, fart.
Yeah, on command.
Yeah, I kind of want to second, what you were talking about, like the fans, it's awesome to see after so long of not recording them saying like, hey, I miss listening to your stupid voices every day, and that means a lot to me, because, and I was talking to Corey about this, how like as someone who, would write music or any kind of art you do, you're never going to be satisfied with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're always going to be like, man, it could be better. But out there's people listening and looking at you create the art, and they're going, hey, I like that a lot.
Right.
You should share that with other people, So, like, you might defeat yourself in whatever art you're doing, but there's people out there that enjoy it, and that's all that really matters. So
yeah.
if it means, we get behind a mic and we make stupid jokes about farting and anime titties, then, like, we're going to continue to do it.
It's fun, man, because, like,
not in that order.
There are at least a handful of people out there that enjoy listening to us be stupid and talk about the things that we like and our everyday life. I feel like our everyday life, a lot of things happen, and I don't know. It's just funny. I think we're funny,
Funny
how? Funny like a clown? Am I funny to you?
Am I funny, bro?
What movie? What movie?
I don't know. I quoted Boondock Saints, so mine wins.
Oh, well, you're right. I was quoting Goodfellas.
Okay.
Tell me a joke.
Joke. It's funny.
I can't beat Boondocks.
Yeah.
I found that movie on Blu-ray for $2 at the flea market. I bought it.
That was a Daryl deal.
That's my kind of deal right there, brother.
We need to have a segment called Daryl Deals.
Bro, we need to all legit go together one morning.
We should.
Yeah, dude. That'd be sick.
Let's do it.
Fight over deals. All right, well, that's the case. This has been the Loot Bros podcast version 3.0.
Ooh.
About to freaking bounce. That's going to be a garbage can on fire to edit.
It is.
You should probably cut out all the parts where I was yelling at my wife.
Or you got in a fight and she threw the mic and
yeah. All of a sudden that Yeti Blue was up your Yeti bunghole. Oh, wait. I got one.
Yes. The only way
that Yeti Blue was up your Yeti poo.
It just sounds like a chair scraping the floor.
It
does.
But it's my butt cheeks separating.
Ooh. Cheesy.
All right,
guys. That was awesome.
Hang on. Let's hit stop. Just stop it. Just